Hey guys, how's it going? This right here is the Mi 11X and this is the iQoo 7. Now, I've been using both of these devices for the last 1 week, actually more than that. And while I've been doing a thorough comparison, I realized that there's a lot to discuss about the cameras in specific. I mean, yes, I'll be doing a full-on comparison between both the phones, but I just wanted to make a dedicated camera comparison video between both the phones to see which phone offers a better camera setup for you guys. And well, that's what this video is all about. So pack in a seatbelt, grab some popcorn. This is Warren from Guiding Tech and you're watching my in-depth camera comparison of the iQoo 7 with the Mi 11X. Let's get started. Alright, so let's start off with some video footage first. Alright, so we're recording 1080p 60 fps with the Vivo iQoo 7 which is on my left and the Mi 11X which is on my right. Keep in mind that my right hand is supposedly more stable than my left hand, but just see the comparison in terms of stability on both the devices. The iQoo 7 has a hybrid stabilization mode, which probably explains the cropped in factor here. I mean, as you can see, the footage on the iQoo 7 seems a lot more cropped in, but at the same time, it's far too stable. I mean, right now I'm just briskly walking, and although you can notice the shakiness in the Mi 11X, that is not at all the case on the iQoo 7. Panning the camera around. Obviously everything is far more smooth. I'm just gonna start jogging a little bit, and yeah, the iQoo 7 is easily having far more stable footage. Now, as for clarity and everything, I let you guys be the judge here. The HDR on both phones seems to be good, but at the same time, I think right now on my panel, I would say that the Mi 11X is doing a slightly better job here in terms of illuminating the building's structure as well. Though obviously you guys will be seeing a final footage, so I'll let you guys, like I said, be the judge on this one. So we're recording 1080p 30 fps footage from the iQoo 7 which is on my left and the Mi 11X which is on my right. One thing to note here is that the iQoo 7 only lets you select the resolution, whether it's 720p or 1080p, while the Mi 11X does allow you to choose the frame rate as well, so that you can even go up to 60 fps, which is not the case on the iQoo 7. But anyway, moving past that, here's how the footage looks on both the phones. The Mi 11X seems very warm, like very warm, to the point where I do not like it. I mean, it's really very warm footage here. Also, one more thing that I would just want to highlight here, not related to this footage, is please wear your masks. The only reason I'm not wearing one right now is that I literally came up to this empty terrace on a random building that nobody has access otherwise to, with special requests and everything, so that just to ensure that I was isolated completely. So yeah, I'm still carrying a mask, it's in my pocket right now. So yeah, please wear a mask and get vaccinated as soon as you can. Anyway, back to the footage, and here's how both the phones compare in terms of HDR, colors. Here you can see. Also, one more thing here you can notice in this shot itself is that iQoo has a natural bokeh to the shot as well, whereas on the Mi 11X, even the trees in the background are in focus. Now, which one is better is something that depends on your use case. Like, sometimes you just want the focus to be on your face, which is where the iQoo 7 would shine. But sometimes you, like, if you're vlogging at a location and you want the background to be in focus as well, then the Mi 11X would come in handier in those kind of scenarios. Obviously, the Mi 11X also comes with a portrait video mode, so then that's an added advantage with the Xiaomi device. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now let's talk about selfies, and right off the bat, the iQoo 7 comes out swinging hot. I mean, just look at this shot. The face is well lit, the HDR is amazing, and the face is quite detailed too. The only thing I would like to tune was how iQoo has softened up my skin texture a bit, but other than that, it's a clear winner. Now, to be clear, it's not to say that the Mi 11X is bad. Individually, it's a great shot that just has the contrast on the higher side. Switching to the portrait mode, the first thing that you'll notice is that the Mi 11X has no HDR in the portrait mode. The other thing to notice is that the bokeh on the Mi 11X is quite strong in comparison to the iQoo 7. Which one you prefer is your call, but it's worth highlighting that both the phones allow you to control it, so there's that. Now, leaving the factor of HDR aside, with the sun shining on my face, the Mi 11X really does offer great results as seen here. Now, is the image over sharpened? Yes. But do I like it? Well, to be honest, yeah, I do. Xiaomi has come a long way from over sharpening their images a hell lot to having them fairly controlled, and this is a good example of how software post processing can really help the shot. Also, another thing to note here is that the iQoo 7 has the natural bokeh available in the normal mode as well. Now switch to the portrait mode, and iQoo's softness along with Mi's boosted contrast makes a comeback. Overall, I still think that the iQoo 7 has a stronger game here in the selfie game though. Basically what I'm trying to say is that the Mi 11X is not bad or anything, it's just that the iQoo 7 sets the benchmark so high that the Mi 11X in comparison falls behind. Now let's talk about some daylight shots, starting with this one. I don't need to stress on just how much the iQoo is saturating the colors here. Does the image look vibrant? Well, yeah, but it's also far from reality. Now whether you consider that a pro or con is up to you, but from a technical point of view, the Mi 11X definitely has a better shot here. In this shot as well, you can see just how much iQoo likes to saturate the greens. I mean, side by side, it seems as if both the shots were taken at different times because they are so drastically apart. However, I can assure you that they were clicked at the same time, and the Mi 11X is definitely the one closer to reality here once again. And to be honest, if you do not believe me, there's a direct download link to all of the images straight from the phones for you guys to download and analyze them for yourself. See, we at Guiding Tech never do sponsored reviews or camera comparisons of any sort. In fact, what you're seeing right now is just purely my own analysis of the shots that I clicked. So if you want to, you can download the images, analyze them for yourself, and comment down below of your opinion of which phone's photos you like more. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. Now I want to stress a bit on the HDR capabilities of both the phones. See, in this first frame, you can see that both the phones are pretty much at par. I mean, they both look sorta identical, right? But a slightly closer inspection should be enough for you to realize that iQoo 7 handles the leaf's colors a bit better. Even in this shot, the iQoo manages to control the reds while also highlighting the blues of the sky, while the Mi 11X overexposes the background. But this shot is the epitome of how good iQoo's HDR is. I mean, the difference here is night and day. And mind you, I took the same shot multiple times. First with autofocus and then manually focusing on the building in the distance. Both times the same result. It's clear that iQoo benefits a lot from Vivo, which is already a pioneer in the smartphone camera game. Now I also clicked an ultrawide shot of the same frame, and interestingly, the Mi 11X HDR performs better here, probably due to the more elements coming in to balance the frame. That being said, the iQoo 7's shot still feels better. It's more detailed, has better HDR, and is overall a more appealing shot. Moving on to human shots, Vivo's shot just looks a bit too warm for my liking. The Mi 11X on the other hand relies a lot on over sharpening here. Overall, they're both excellent shots, but if I had to pick one, I think I'd probably go with the iQoo 7. Because when it comes to human faces, iQoo has a very subtle yet effective toning that does make you look good. Moving on to low light shots, and honestly, there's not a lot separating the two. Here are some shots that I clicked, and I bet most of you won't be able to spot the differences whether it's with or without the night mode enabled. The one thing that does strike is that Mi has slightly better details while the iQoo 7 has more illumination. Now let me illustrate that very statement using another frame. Check this one out. In the normal mode itself, you can see just how better iQoo's frame is illuminated while Mi's shot looks quite sharp. Turn on the night mode, and while iQoo likes to saturate the colors a lot, especially the greens, the image is still a bit better illuminated. In this next shot also, even without the night mode, you can see just how far ahead Vivo is in terms of illuminating the subject in low light conditions. Turn the night mode on and iQoo's shot almost looks as if it was shot in the evening thanks to all the light. For me, I think I would still go with the Mi 11X here because it does capture night shots, well, a little more realistically. I mean, they still look like they were shot at night, and if you need a little bit of illumination, the night mode is still quite powerful. And I think not just the night mode, I think that's the whole concept of this comparison here. The Mi 11X, if you leave out the HDR capabilities, is pretty good. And I mean, it still offers a great camera for a editor's perspective. That being said, if you're someone who does not want to invest a lot of time into the images, into post-processing and everything, iQoo 7 camera does offer a far better performance. I mean, keep in mind that this is talking just about the rear camera. When it comes to the front camera, the iQoo 7 is a hands down winner. Like literally, the Mi 11X, as good as it is, does not come close to what the iQoo 7 offers. So yeah, that was it. Like I said, you can download all of the images for yourself and analyze those shots and basically see whether you agree with my analysis or not. And if you don't, make sure to comment down below and I would love to have a chat with you guys. Also, if you like this video, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Speaking of more content, like I said, the full comparison of both these phones is coming very soon. So make sure that you're tuned in for same. Well, that was it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.